and she's here with us today. And we are cooking gluten-free. This is a fabulous dish that you modified.
I modified it to make it gluten-free because you can't eat pasta, which is made from wheat, so you gotta go with the alternatives. So that's what we're doing, and we are gonna stir some onions up in the pan, add a little salt and pepper.
And the dish is called Mexican skillet pasta.
We got to get our onion going in here, and then you're going to get your garlic going in here, just like that. And then...
I'll help you with that.
Okay.
And just pour it in?
Yep.
Okay,
we're just going to add some tomatoes.
And these are just canned tomatoes, Randy?
Just canned tomatoes, and we're going to add a little chicken broth as well.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh, what is this?
That is called a chipotle pepper in adobo sauce.
Oh,
that's what's going to give it its little spice. Okay, so we're going to boil all this, and we've got the chipotle pepper in there, and we're going to take our parboiled pasta.
Now, this is important because this is gluten-free
pasta. It's made from rice. I've already boiled it for a few minutes because it takes a long time for it to cook, so we're going to give it a little head start, and we're going to stir it in there. And what will happen is we will let this sit for about 10 minutes, and it will absorb all the juices, and then you'll have a Mexican one-skillet dish. And then of course you have to do is add your cheese, your cilantro. Yep.
So cheese does not have gluten, right,
Cheese does not have, well, there are some cheeses that do, but this cheddar cheese does not.
Okay.
And then, of course, top it with sour cream.
Now, Randy, what is gluten, and why are people allergic to it?
Well, I don't know why people are allergic to it, but it is a protein that is found in wheat, barley, and rye, and it causes some kind of autoimmune reaction in a lot of people, and it causes them all kinds of terrible problems like chronic fatigue, headaches, stomach problems, joint pain, fibromyalgia, and so on and so forth. And it's the kind of thing where when I was finally diagnosed with celiac disease, which was 8 years ago, and I stopped eating wheat, in 2 days I started to feel much, much better.
Did you know that? She started feeling better in 2 days after she found out she was gluten intolerant.
All these terrible symptoms went away.
Hallelujah,
No, it was the greatest thing that ever happened, so it was really great.
Everyone, this is what the finished dish looks like. Delicioso. The recipe is on HoustonTexasFood.com. Now, Randy, you have been cooking for 8 years, developing recipes. Now, you're cooking for the public.
Right. I started a business because, I mean, just like everybody else, I was interested in finding stuff that I wanted to eat that tasted good. And so we have developed a line of foods that are available at a couple of places around town. One of them is Smart Meals, one of them is Central Market, one of them is Rice Epicurean, and one of them is Whole Foods on Bel Air and Sugarland. And here is an array of some of the things we make and some of the things you can find at the different retailers around town who carry our goods.
And I think it's important because when people think gluten-free, they think, I can't eat wheat. Oh, my favorite baked goods have wheat in it.
Right, exactly.
But you have fixed that.
Right, we fixed it with alternative grains such as rice flours, millet flour, sorghum flour, tapioca flours, and come up with combinations that really, really work. And as you can see, it looks just like the real thing because it is the real thing.
Yeah, and all of us cannot wait to cut into that beautiful cake.
I know, that cake is beautiful, and I kind of feel sorry that we're going to cut into it, but we're going to.
That's part of coming here with us, right? We have to cut into the food.
Right.
Well, do you have any tips for people who might think they're gluten intolerant?
Well, I mean, of course, obviously they should see a doctor, and sometimes that is problematic because not a lot of doctors are as tuned into these things as we would like them to be. But if you want to just try it, go gluten-free for 2 weeks. Just see if you like it and see if you feel better. And that would be the answer to that problem.
Excellent. And her website is gfhouston.com. All the information on HoustonTexasFood.com. All right, Natalie, I think that you might like to try this Mexican pasta, and I bet you won't know the difference.
Yeah, and I've got my eye on one of those cupcakes, too. All right. Would you ever imagine that food could contribute to